Did you see a dog out there?
No, some wolves, but no dogs.
Ah well. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road. I was hoping you'd seen it. Guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
Something on your mind?
Can you pack up the campsite?
Sure thing. And I'm gonna have to start fighting with me fucking up.
Come here, do your worst.
You can fuck right off. I do what I do, and if you don't like it, yeah, don't mind that.
Hello. Can I help you?
I was just curious about the pod.
Yes, I suppose it's not something you see very often in Skyrim, is it? Where I come from, they're very common.
Where are you from?
Valenwood, all the way to the south. What about you? Are you from here?
I'm from Valenwood as well.
Are you? I must admit that surprises me a little. Do you know Skyrim very well?
Not yet. I'm still exploring myself.
I see. I don't suppose you're in need of a traveling companion, are you? I could use someone to show me around this cold, unfamiliar place. I'm a very good archer too, so I could watch your back in return. What do you say?
Why not? I could use a traveling companion.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. My name is Ari, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
Follow me. I need your help.
Lead on.
Dead! Oh, that was excellent.
Who are you talking to? die. That's one for me. Here we go again. Steady. I'm freezing my ears off. Could we find someplace warm? A shame it's been allowed to fall into disrepair.
What was that?
Death comes for you. It's here.
All day and night, but what do I do?
You
I
work
work
the forge.
Why do they need me to do this? We use magic, not weapons. I swear, they're making me do this for a laugh. At least I'm not dealing.
What was that?
someone there.
Overnight, snow had fallen on the land, and little drops, tears they froze upon his cheeks.
Huh. Always thought that they were bigger than that.
Been a pretty good day,
Always
not
thought
going to
they were
lie.
bigger than that. Fascinating.
Don't see that every
Yes?
Done dusting, it's time to start again.
Yes, yes.
Kaiden, is it?
My
name is Ari. It's nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you, Ori.
Already ahead of you, sir. I noticed we were low in checking on the storages. I also noted we were short on charcoal.
Interesting.
I took the liberty of ordering a box of each. Would that be sufficient?
Good work. And now about the... cellar?
You were short a few vintages, but that should all be rectified shortly.
You, my dear...
This place is amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you did a great job creating areas for displays.
Ah, I'm glad I caught you. I have something for you.
I trust things fare well. I found an odd weapon from a Dunmer trader, and it turned out to be something rather impressive. Here, have a look, and place it on display if you like. How can I help?
What's the story with the sword in the office?
Ah, yes, that would be my personal sword. Yggdrasorn, meaning ancestral edge. What? Don't picture me as the swashbuckling type? I assure you, I am just as capable with the blade as I am with the book. I just don't often find much call to employ the former. And so it remains in a place of honor and remembrance for me.
What's the story with the hidden room under the Dragonborn Hall?
Oh, the Hall of Secrets. I had all but forgotten about it, to be honest. When we broke ground on the foundation of the museum expansion, we accidentally broke through into a sealed-off chamber that was built under the Pelagius wing of the Blue Palace. When I asked them about it, it apparently used to be some sort of panic room for Pelagius when he was in one of his more violent manic episodes. They sealed it off long before the rest of the wing and forgot all about it. I asked for permission to use the room as a bit of a secret storage vault in case Solitude was ever invaded. I would store the relics there and lock down the museum. They gave permission, and I had the tunnel finished and access in the hall made.
Could I use it as a private display space away from prying eyes?
Certainly. I suppose if you are ever in need of a place to store items of a more questionable nature, that room would be ideal. I'll go ahead and outfit it for you, but I'll take a nobody asks, nobody tells approach to it, and you do with the room as you like. And I won't plan on taking any tours down there either. I should have it all cleaned up for you by tomorrow.
I have way too much stuff.
Yes, I'd imagine with all these relics you're finding, you must be bringing back lesser items tenfold. I think I may be able to help you with that, though. I have many contracts in the trading world, in case a rare or unique artifact surfaces. I can make arrangements to liquidate your surplus spoils. I would most likely only be able to get about 30% of the value of the item to start, with the merchants willing to pay a bit more after we've proven the worth of your goods.
Yeah, whatever.
Also, the merchants would like to see in person any enchanted items you are made if they are able to pay premium for them. So, continue to sell those yourself, but they will purchase any found relics with enchantments, sight unseen.
Sounds good to me.
Very well then. Just put anything you want sold into the sell cart in the safe house, and every day I'll see to it that some of the items get sold off. And I'll put the proceeds of the sales in a lockbox on the desk by the safe house door. I'll start selling things off in a few days, so you have plenty of time to sort through your wares.
Something I can do for you?
You keep staring at my mouth. Is something stuck in my teeth?
What? No, you have a nice smile and,
You say that like you're surprised.
how much I like seeing it is What surprised me?
Sorry? Lately I swear it feels like you're always mumbling. What did you say?
I said no, I'm not surprised at all, just happened to notice. She seems nice enough. Are you certain we can trust her? I'll keep an eye on her, just in case.
What?
I'd like to ask you about Bosma culture.
Ask away.
Tell me more about Yeffrey.
Ifrei the storyteller, the god of song, the forest, and the now. She taught the birds to sing and gave the rivers their tinkling, ethereal tune. There is a story about Ifrei that my mother told me when I was very young. When we're somewhere safe, perhaps I could tell it to you. Yes, yes.
Letter from the Jarl of Falkreath. Lyria, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Siggeir, and I have the honor to be the Jarl of the proud and ancient city of Falkreath. The fame of your exploits across Skyrim has brought you to my attention. If you are interested in becoming a Thane of Falkreathhold, I invite you to speak to me the next time you are in Falkreath. Aside from the honor that accrues to the title, my Thanes are entitled to a personal housecarl. I can also tell you privately that a choice parcel of land in Falkreath would be available for your purchase, should your services prove useful to me. I look forward to meeting you in person. I remain, Jarl Siggeir of Falkreath. Anonymous letter. Someone please help. A group of necromancers are experimenting with conjured zombies using ancient, dangerous magic, which I fear will have unintended and irreversible consequences. I was expelled from their studies as their ambitions grew into folly against my warnings. They're performing a ritual to summon a large group of these foul, uncontrollable creatures as we speak in the southernmost area of Skyrim and must be stopped before it's too late. Dinner invitation. Lyria, you have been cordially invited to dinner and drinks at Bloodshill Manor. As an honored guest, you are encouraged to come early and mingle with the other attendees. When you are ready to feast, ask the house waiter for a menu, and he will let you into the banquet hall. The finest and most delectable dishes will be on display. There will be no need for appetizers. Once everyone is ready and seated, a full course awaits. Come for the dinner, stay for the drinks. Warrior's Challenge. Long ago, my ancestors built a great hall on the mountainside, north of Bile Gulch Mine. They call it Henderheim, a warrior's home that rivaled Sovngarde itself. As the last of my clan, I wish to bequeath this home to a true warrior. You are not ignored, yet I've heard your prowess in battle rivals that of our most legendary fighters. I ask you to prove it with your blade. Edwina Shieldhearth. The Wilder King legend. Transcribed from the oral tradition by an unknown author. Sing, Valenwood, shout green. Tell the tale of the mover, the shaper, the one, the Wilder King. His eye projects outward to the world and touches everything he perceives. By his thoughts he shapes it. Do you know where to find him? Have you looked to the hills? Have you looked to the trees? He is not there. Because there is a place, and a place has boundaries, but the Wilder King is boundless. His is the court and the throne. He is the court and the throne. When he walks, his footfalls fall on himself. Who does not hear his footfalls and quake? The earth shakes at his coming, at the rising of his hollow from the earth, like the delicate calm of an undisturbed pool. is shattered by the smallest of stones, so is the terrible force of the Wilder King's passing. Shout, Bramble Breach! Wail, Shadow's Watch! The Wilder King is friend and foe and friend to both. For who can record his footsteps on the land? Who can hear the melody of his voice when he opens his mouth to sing? A Bosmary Sleeping Song. Night falls, days filled, the farewell tale is told. Dark calls, sleep swells, dreaming blossoms unfold. Sleep now, drift on, amble the moonlit way. Night's here, day's gone. Rest now till dawn's rays.
Museum Pamphlet. Silas Vesuvius presents The Museum of the Mythic Dawn, a history of the cult that toppled the Septim Dynasty. Inside of his very own home, in the great capital of the Pale, Dawnstar, free and open to all citizens of Skyrim.
Something I can do for you?
Would you want to read dragon language?
Ah, you found a copy of it. You know, I could try my hand at learning some of this dragon talk. Can't be too complicated. And I'm starting to think it'd be pretty useful around these parts.
Let's rest here.
Couldn't think of anywhere better. What was it this time?
Would you read from this book to me?
Another one? Alright, give it here. Right, here it goes. Alright, not every day people ask to be read a cooking book, but here we go. Potage le magnifique. Ingredients: 4 cups chicken broth, 4 cups beef broth, 2 half ounces of butter, 1 wooden flagon of flour, 1 cup diced carrots, half a cup of diced onions. So literally this is flavoured water with 2 vegetables in it. This guy is the so-called gourmet. What the fuck is wrong with people in Skyrim?
Okay, how about this one? A dragon walks into an inn. It's hot in here, he says. Shut your mouth, says the innkeeper.
What?
Let's rest here.
Sounds good.
What's on your mind?
Food. He's very serious, isn't he? I'm going to see if I can make him laugh.
I'd like to ask you about Bosma culture.
I will try my best to answer.
Is it true that you eat your enemies?
It is. It's called the Meat Mandate, and it's part of the Green Pact. It dictates that a fallen enemy must be eaten within 3 days of a battle. Gotcha.
I find the ancient Nordic Sartha display fascinating.
Good to see you again.
Ah, splendid. Nice find, my friend. Here's a little something for your efforts. I'll go ahead and display it.
Oh, you're here.
Anything new happening?
Ah, yes, indeed. I wanted to discuss a proposal I have for you regarding the museum and your profession as a relic hunter. There have been many people inquiring about potential work here as of late, spurred on by your success, as it were. But I feel that many of them may have potential to assist us in uncovering more relics and lore. My idea was that we could form a guild such as here at the museum. Call it the Explorers Society, and members could combine their efforts and collaborate to investigate more ruins, uncover more legends and lost lore. The fruits of any labor sponsored by the guild would be displayed here. This could take some of the workload off of you and provide a new source of people and information that you could utilize on larger ventures. What do you think?
Sounds like a great idea to me.
Fantastic! I'm very excited about getting underway. I would say that perhaps the best arrangement would be to have you as guildmaster, and I would take the role of chief librarian to gather the collective knowledge which would also help benefit the museum, and allow me to continue my work here while still aiding the growing guild. I would start with writing the guild charter for your approval while you could start with the construction of the guild house.
I've already drawn up plans for an addition to be built, attached to the back end of the reception hall. It will require some considerable revision to part of the city wall, which I have already gotten permission for from the Blue Palace. I envision the guild house having a grand view of Skyrim, which could be both logistically beneficial and awe-inspiring at the same time. Once the building is completed, you could undertake recruiting new members, and I could direct possible applicants to you as well. I'll start work right away, and have a workbench set up out back for you to start on the guild house. I've also made arrangements for Huron at the mill outside Solitude to sell you some lumber at a discount.
I swear there isn't that much dust in the library, but Orion was sneezing again. As well.
You must be the benefactor of this collection. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Avram Shazir. Orion hired me as the guard captain for the museum. With the collections growing so quickly, he needed another set of eyes to ensure it's all well protected. I intend to also hire additional guards as the museum continues to grow. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Where did Orion find you?
I answered a notice he had posted. We sat down and talked for a while, and I suppose he felt I had what it takes in the end.
Where did you come from?
Hammerfell, originally, of course. But I've been here in Skyrim for a couple years now.
What did you do before this?
A little of everything, really. I just left a job as a dock warehouse guard in Dawnstar. It was quite boring. I wanted something a bit more dynamic and interesting.
How are things going around here?
Nothing much to report. People are behaving themselves. Orion runs a tight ship around here, and all the patrons seem rather pleased. Safe journeys.
Fuck me, this museum is big.
Ah, my friend.
The guild house is complete.
Ah, wonderful. You work quickly, my friend. Come, let's have a look, and then I'll show you what I have come up with for the charter.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
Amazing. Simply amazing, my friend. You truly are quite the craftsman, I must say. Yes, this will do quite nicely, I think. Plenty of space, a good number of beds, supplies. Yes, you seem to have covered all the basics very well. Now let's discuss the charter. I think you'll find it acceptable. The laws of the charter are thus. All knowledge gathered by the guild is to be shared freely, with credit going to those who discovered it and provided it to the guild. The guild will fund expeditions, paying wages to members based on their rank, and any items of significance uncovered during the expedition will be at the discretion of the guild master and chief librarian as to their importance and if they should be displayed in the museum. Other spoils will be sold and the funds distributed to the guild and members of the expedition. The guild will also maintain a quarter office, where an appointed quartermaster will acquire and make available for purchase at a discount supplies for members and expeditions.
So, how does that sound to you?
That's a pretty good start, I think.
Good, good. Well, then I think we can start spreading the word and gathering possible members. Here is some contact information for your potential candidates that came by previously. You should check into these and I'll keep my ear open. And in the meantime, if you need me, I'll be at the museum. Let me know if you need anything. I'll let you know if anything develops on my end.
Oh, my friend, I have some exciting news for you. Oh, my friend, I have some exciting news for you. I was contacted by a relic collector in the province of Elsewhere who is in possession of the staff of Indaris. He has offered to donate the staff to the museum for safekeeping. With all of the struggles occurring there as of late with Thalmor occupation and the local resistance, he worries that the staff could fall into the hands of the Thalmor, and it appears as if he's just arrived. Could you meet him in the back of the guild? You will see for yourself. The sight is quite worthwhile, believe me.
Sure, I'll head out there now.
Do send him my regards.
The guild house is quite nice. I suppose most things related to archaeology will be here. You know, there's a place not far from here that I used to venture to when I was a lad. I think it was springtime, before we skipped out to High Rock. Wonder if I can find it again.
What's so special about it?
Nothing really. It was probably a lot more impressive to a child's mind than it would be now. Always remembered it being a haven, though. If you didn't disturb the Spriggans, that is.
We could have a look if you recall where it is.
Aye. I'll mark down where I think it was. Could probably find it again when we're closer.
Nightgate Inn Patron's Note. I just want to talk about this amazing inn and how great their service is. The innkeeper is a kind, helpful host who is so effortless in his laziness that he didn't bother to read past this point. That's right, this inn is the worst. The literal worst. Of course, even if you can get past the bad service, the garbage food, and the ghost living downstairs, they're also bloody traitors. Not only do they rent to filthy elves, I spotted one of them hiding something in a barrel out back. I'd grab it myself, but it's probably covered in some disgusting elven disease that would take 9 of the world's greatest alchemists and a human sacrifice to cure. If I weren't a wanted man, I'd burn down the barrel along with this sorry excuse for an inn. For now, this letter will have to do.
How's your day faring?
So Orion at the museum tells me you know your way around trading.
Oh, yes, I have been known to locate things from time to time. Orion is a good customer. Do you know him?
We work together at the museum and are starting an explorers guild together.
And he mentioned me by name?
That he did. Thought you would make a good quartermaster.
Interesting. I have entertained the idea of running my own shop from time to time. Being part of a guild would reduce my overhead considerably. I must, however, be able to sell to the public.
Absolutely. You just have to give members a discount.
Then it seems we have a deal. I assume there's a guild house? Or are we just going to sleep in the museum basement?
Of course. The guild house is attached to the museum. Orion will show you.
I'll see you there then, Guildmaster.
To the inn for a drink,
Helgen.
of course. Where else could I even go?
Destroyed by a
God's
dragon.
forsaken town?
Hard to
And
believe,
what?
isn't it?
You think that'll solve all your problems?
Probably not, but it's worth a try.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords.
Do you get much business way up here?
Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top.
You said something about a bad deal?
Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk.
What was the story?
Some line about this clothing and Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what.
I could look into it for you.
I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem.
I'll take that claw for 50 gold.
Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you?
Why set up shop here?
Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Good day.
Have you ever looked across the Sea of Ghosts and wondered what lies beyond it? What became of Atmora?
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar. Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat. Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend.
What's wrong with Ranmir?
He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes. Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you.
Nice place you have here.
It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then.
Why is it so empty here?
You mean the inn or Winterhold? Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. Most folk packed up and left years ago. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living. See ya.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
You need to pay Haran back for all your drinks.
Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready.
I understand.
You owe her gold. Pay it.
You're right. What would my forefathers think if they knew I wasn't paying my debts? Tell Haran I'll bring her the gold I owe.
Well, then he's
Here, have a drink on me.
Got any ale or mead? Yeah.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Ranmir's agreed to pay his debts.
Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them. Good day.
If there's anything you need, just let me know. If you've business with the college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our business comes from, in fact.
Anything around here that needs doing?
Well, not exactly. Listen, we're friends, right? I wonder if I could ask a favor of you.
What can I do for you?
It's about Ranmir. Don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with him being here all the time. He mostly keeps to himself, and so far he's been able to pay. I just hate to see what's happened to him. He hasn't always been like this, you know. Drunk, I mean.
What did he used to be like?
Well, he was a different person. Happy, outgoing, like anyone who's in love.
So what happened to him?
See, Ranmir was involved with a pretty young woman named Isabel Rolane. The two of them were very happy together, I thought. One day, she just disappeared. Ranmir was convinced she'd run off with someone else, leaving him behind. He turned to drinking. And what's left of him is what you see here every day.
What can be done about it now?
I'm not sure. I hope that maybe if she could be found, if he had some sort of explanation, that maybe he could put himself back together. I'm in no position to go searching for her, but perhaps you could. Good day.
Good evening.
Latoria greets you.
What's a Khajiit like you doing in a place like this?
Thinking that this is funny, do you? This one does not think so. Latoria is wallowing, so leave her be.
What are you wallowing about?
Latoria tries and she tries, but she cannot grasp the magic in the way that the college teaches. So Latoria leaves the college to seek knowledge on her own. But the sources of ancient magic in Skyrim are in dangerous places. For Latoria to learn, she must commune with these ancient sources, rather than reading about them in books. But as Latoria says, the places, they are dangerous, and she fears no good would come on her own, and so she wallows.
Fortunate for my research.
What kind of places?
Ancient Nordic tombs, ruins of the Dwemer, the lost places of the Falmer, all offer sources of ancient magic yet to be discovered.
What if I told you there was a way?
You know of a way Latoria can safely commune with the ancient magics? Without Latoria coming to harm? What way is this?
No, even Ranmir can only drink so much.
This guild, you are making it? Oh, Latoria would be so very happy to join and help if she could safely study the secrets of these ruins. Most exciting she thinks this would be. Thank you, Guildmaster. Latoria will not let you down.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with travelers.
I'm looking for work. Got any leads?
The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details.
What do you do around here?
Me? Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the college, so he goes easy on me. Maybe you'd like to help me keep up appearances. Old Nellakar has a mage's staff in his room in the frozen hearth. It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl starts wondering if I actually have a real connection to the college.
I'll get it for you.
Thanks. I'll be waiting for it. Mm-hmm. I don't really know anyone at the college. I guess everyone just assumes I do.
Keep clear of the college and keep yourself out of trouble.
Hello?
Are you Professor Morassi?
Well, yes. Who wants to know?
Orion Morellis sent me to find you.
Oh, yes. That old bookworm up to his old games again? Well, what does old Orion have to say? He still has the relic hunter job to fill?
Actually, no, I'm the relic hunter. But we have another proposal for you.
Well, go on then. I'm listening. Well, that all sounds fine and dandy, but what makes Orion think I want to be involved?
You don't? No surprise, I suppose. You aren't quite what I expected.
Oh, come on now. I didn't say I wasn't interested. Just having a bit of fun with you. And what's wrong with my appearance? I am a field archaeologist after all. I spend most of my time in caves and ruins digging in the dirt. Orion has to get all gussied up to deal with bureaucrats and fancily dressed merchants. I don't have to deal with those concerns, so why bother putting on airs? But yes, I am very interested.
Okay, bye.
It would be nice to work with Orion again. It's been about 30 years or so. Dear me, time flies when you are a mer. Thanks for coming and finding me. I look forward to working with you in the future, my friend. I'll head to the museum and pay Orion a visit.
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Markarth.
Climb and back and we'll be off. Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was built by the dwarves.
Of all the
I
grand
don't believe a
adventures
word
and
of it.
exciting things that we could be doing, we are hunting for a Let's go.
That's for you, Pop. The Forsworn have taken Kolskager mine. We're the only ones left.
Gods. You two head inside and get some rest. I'll send word to the Jarl.
Don't go to Kolskager. It's not safe.
Good dog.
Hope Pavel will be able to go back to his mine soon. Everyone needs a home.
Damn Forsworn. Only a matter of time before they hit here, too.
What's all this about the Forsworn?
Seems Kolskager mine got hit by Forsworn. Those madmen get more bold every season. Pavo and Gat are the only survivors. I'll be sending word to the Jarl about this, but I don't know when help will come.
What if I took care of the Forsworn?
I'm sure Pavo would be grateful, and we'd all rest a little easier. But that's nonsense. You can't handle a group of Forsworn by yourself. If their axes don't get you, their magic will. Mm-hmm.
Yes?
You seem pretty down.
Well, just not content in my work, I guess. I'm just tired of digging for ore. Just wish I could dig for something more worthwhile and interesting.
I just might be able to help you with that.
Oh? How's that? Seriously? That sounds fantastic! Count me in!
Bit of jewelry for your journey home? Oh, this pendant would look lovely on my sister.
What was that?
We are routed.
Thought I heard something.
You stepped on our foot! I die for my people.
The Forsworn are here in the city.
Everyone stay back. The Markar City Guard have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
Bad way to go.
He was after Margaret. Why?
Damn. Another body to get rid.
Did you see that, madman? A Forsworn agent.
A woman
Here in
attacked
the
right on
city.
the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened?
I heard some shouting about the Forsworn, that was it.
A Forsworn? Strange. Well, I hope the Eight give you more peace in the future, for what it's worth. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important.
Is this your note? What does this mean?
My note? No, that's yours. Must have fallen out of your pocket.
Do you know anything about the attack?
No. I was just getting some fresh air. Had one too many pints of mead at the Silver Blood Inn. All right, then.
Did you see that, madman?
Move along.
Eltrys's Note by Eltrys. Given to the player by Eltrys after witnessing Margaret's murder in Markarth. Meet me at the Shrine of Talos.
A Forsworn. Here in the city.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done. If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no, you can't go in there.
Why not?
I can't talk about it. Rest assured, the Jarl hears everyone's concerns. You will be able to visit the dead again soon.
I could help if you tell me.
All right. I was going to suggest the Jarl hire someone to sort this mess out anyway. We've discovered that some of the dead have been eaten. Flesh has been chewed off. Bones were snapped to get at the marrow inside. We haven't caught anyone or anything yet. It's like it knows when I'm there. If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Arcade will reward you. Take my key, and be careful. Tread lightly in the hall. You don't know what's in there outside.
What is it, nephew? Can't you see I'm trying to think here?
I just wanted to know if you needed anything.
What time is it?
Nothing.
I haven't seen the sky all day.
Sure. Stop bothering me.
I hear you have interest in the Dwemer.
Me? No, why do you ask? Only because I'm here with one of the foremost experts on the subject in a massive Dwemer ruin. Why would you think that? Oh wait, yes, actually I'm very interested in the Dwemer, that's right. Why do you ask?
The curator of the Solitude Museum told me about you.
Oh really? Nothing good, I hope. I mean, nothing bad, I hope.
Nothing bad. He thought you might be interested in joining our guild.
Oh really? What sort of guild? That does sound tempting. I'm sure I could offer a tidbit of knowledge or two about the Dwemer, and it would be nice to see more up close again. I think I'll give it a go, Guildmaster. Thanks for the invite.
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards.
Excavation site?
Lechuan Zell? The ruins underneath Markarth? The wealth of artifacts that I've based 2 human lifetimes of research on? You idiot! Do you even know who I am? The most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you?
I'd like to see the excavation site.
Persistent, aren't you? Oh, very well. Who am I to stand in the way of curiosity? I'll let you in if you agree to something for me. There's a giant spider in the Lechuan Zell. My workers call her Nimhi, the poisoned one. If you deal with Nimhi, I'll let you into both the excavation site and my Dwemer museum. What do you say?
That spider is as good as dead.
Enthusiasm. Good. Here's the key to the dig site.
What have you got for sale?
So you wish to master the arcane arts? What? Oh, goodbye. Next season, nephew. Next season for sure.
Next season for sure.
I must remember to put in that special order.
Note from Immersive. Guildmaster, this map was left in my care by an old colleague by the name of Kamal, who was sadly swallowed whole by a Hammerfell sandworm some years ago. He spent a great many hours documenting several explorers who we had known, read of, or were told about who possessed exceptional tools, which could prove quite useful for yourself and the guild. Feel free to utilize the map to try to locate these explorer relics.
One day I'll learn illusion magic. You'll never catch me on that squeaky stair again.
Oh, Guildmaster, Latoria has a gift for you. Latoria is so happy hearing stories from the other explorers of the places they have been, and the places we may go, that Latoria wished to give you something special. So Latoria crafts for you an official Explorers Society ring. Jewelry crafting is something other that Latoria is also good at. She has made the ring for all the members, but this one, she makes special for you. It is magic. If you would like one of the others at any time, you just tell Latoria and she will give you one. Latoria greets you.
Anything interesting in the works?
Why, yes, Guildmaster. In fact, Latoria does have something interesting to share. Latoria was with Professor Marassi the other day while he investigated a Nordic burial ruin, and she discovered a lost incantation. Using it on ruined unreadable books reverses their age so they can be once again legible. It only works briefly, so Latoria can only transcribe a page or two before the book turns to ash. But if you bring enough ruined books, Latoria could piece together a full text from many ruined copies.
How many books would it take?
Latoria thinks about 20 at a time should suffice, but bring her all you can find and Latoria will give you a copy of whatever she finds.
What exactly could you uncover from this?
Oh, some rare books, spell tomes, even a possible treasure map or two. Who is to know? Be exciting to find out, no? What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. I'll bring you some useless books.
Excellent. Latoria eagerly awaits your return. What can Latoria do for you, Guildmaster?
So, anything interesting planned?
Ah, yes. Professor Marassi has a great plan in the works to investigate the Dwemer ruins of Erkund. But it may take some time.
I have a job for you.
What do you want?
I'd like you to go out and excavate.
Of course, Guildmaster.
Hello.
How goes the dig planning?
Going along quite well. I think we've narrowed our scope to the ruins of Erkund and Windcaller Pass. But I'll let you know when we're ready.
I have a job for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to go out and excavate.
All right then.
Good day, Guildmaster.
What have you got for sale?
I've got some things you'll never find anywhere else. Goodbye, then.
Came across something interesting.
I have some exciting news. A benefactor to the museum was impressed with the exhibits here and donated a relic from their personal collection. You can decide if you want to use it or place it right on display.
What can I do for you, Guildmaster?
I have a job for you.
Sure. What can I help you with?
I'd like you to go out and excavate.
Sounds good. I'll be back in a few days.
Yes? What is it?
I have a job for you.
Yes? What is it?
I'd like you to go out and excavate.
Fantastic, then.
Everything all right? You seem a bit distracted.
Let's rest here.
Feels like it's the first time I've been able to relax all day. Hmm?
What's on your mind?
I've heard some good things about the Fletcher here. It'd be smart to collect some arrows before we leave.
Any thoughts?
You're sure entertaining with those honeyed words. Feel free to weave me a story or sing me a song anytime.
Gaiden, can I ask you something?
Yes?
Actually, I'd like to ask you something else.
Moving on.
Any thoughts?
Nothing important. Something I can do for you.
Anything else you wanted to know?
You know what? Tell me something about you. Do you have any family out there?
No, I'm alone in this world.
I know the feeling. But blood alone doesn't make a family. There are many who care about you. Myself among them.
Tell me about yourself.
I'd rather hear about you.
What would you like to know about me?
Is there anything I do that irritates you?
You could never irritate me.
You flatter me.
Come on, let's get going.
I was just starting to get cozy.
The Eldest, A Pilgrim's Tale, as told by Mogan, son of Mola. In bright springtime, when the ground is drunk with rainwater and the sun smiles on Valen Wood, the Wood Elves travel to the den of the Eldest, an ancient strangler. There they offer thanks to Ifre for the blooming of yet another spring, and they read the history of their home in the branches of the Eldest. Then a great festival is thrown by the green-packed Bosmer in celebration of the springtime in the Eldest. The elves celebrate long into the night, drinking and regaling each other with stories of past festivals and pilgrims. The tales run both sacred and profane. There's the tale of the notorious warlord, whose entire army stopped at the den of the Eldest and went in to pay their respects. When they emerged, they dropped their weapons to the ground and left them where they lay. They never made war again. But there's also the tale of the impish wood elf who spiked the pilgrim's punch with a powder ground from the dung of timber mammoths that caused the entire gathering to be troubled by the most foul odors from their backsides. Long into the night they groaned as the stink grew unbearable, until they were all so inured to the smell that their groans turned to bursts of laughter that filled the wood. They also tell of the first pilgrims, an old, childless couple, who tended the eldest as their own offspring. They became the first Sylvanar and the first Green Lady. There are many more tales the pilgrims tell, but few have been written down. The curious would do best to travel to the eldest in the springtime, and hear the stories and behold the ancient strangler for themselves. The Ooze, a Fable. This is a story the wood elves of Valen would tell their children from a very young age. Once there was nothing but formlessness. The land held no shape, the trees did not harden into timber and bark, and the elves themselves shifted from form to form. This formlessness was called the Ooze, but Ifre took the Ooze and ordered it. First she told of the green, the forest, and all the plant life in it. She gave the green the power to shape itself as it willed, for it was her first tale. The elves were Ifre's second tale. As Ifre spun the story, the elves took the form they have today. Ifre gave them the power to tell stories, but warned them against trying to shape themselves or the green. Shifting and the destruction of the forest were forbidden. Instead, Ifre commended the wood elves to the green, so that they might ask the green to provide them with shelter and safe passage. And as long as they respected the green, it would obey. This is called the Green Pact. Finally, Ifre told of all the beasts that crawl on the land, or swim in the river, or fly in the air. These Ifre gave to the wood elves as sustenance. They were to eat no plants, but consume only meat. Ifre also told that no wood elf who is struck down by another wood elf should be allowed to sink into the ground, but should instead be consumed, like the beasts. This is called the Meat Mandate. When the stories were told, Ifre saw that they had a pleasing shape. But some of the ooze remained. Ifre told a final tale then, and gave purpose to the ooze. Any wood elf that violated the Green Pact, either by shifting or by damaging the green, would be condemned to return to formlessness of the ooze. Their names would be scrubbed from the history Ifre is telling and replaced with silence. The wood elves tell that those who are favored by the green have the power to release the condemned from the ooze, but where the condemned go, and what form they take once they are released, is unknown. No one has ever seen the ooze, or heard the souls trapped in it, or met the one who can relieve the condemned of their punishment. But if you ask a wood elf if he thinks the ooze is just a tale, he will invariably reply, there is no such thing as just a tale.
A Dream of Sovngarde by Scarden Freewinter. A soldier's tale of his dream before battle. In a few hours I will likely be dead. My men and I, lords of Skyrim all, will soon join with the Emperor's legions to attack the Imperial City. The Aldmeri are entrenched within, and our losses will be severe. It is a desperate gambit, for if we do not reclaim the city, we will lose the war. Last night, I prayed to mighty Talos for courage and strength in the battle to come. In these last cold hours before the sun rises, I sit down to write this account of a dream I had not long after. I believe this dream was the answer to my prayers, and I would pass along the wisdom it contained to my kinsmen for the battles they will fight in the years after my passing. In the dream, I walked through mists towards the sound of laughter, merriment, and the songs of the North. The mist soon cleared, and before me lay a great chasm. Waters thundered over its brim, and so deep it was, I could not see the bottom. A great bridge, made all of whalebone, was the only means to cross, and so I took it. It was only a few steps onto the bridge that I encountered a warrior, grim and strong. I am soon master of trial.
he said to me, his voice booming and echoing upon the walls of the high mountains all around us. With a wave, he bade me pass on. I knew in my heart that I was granted passage only because I was a visitor. Should the hour come when I return here after my mortal life, the legends say that I must best this dread warrior in single combat. Beyond the bridge, a great stone longhouse rose up before me, so tall as to nearly touch the clouds. Though it took all my strength, I pushed open the towering oaken door and beheld the torch-lit feast hall. Here were assembled the greatest heroes of the Nords, all drinking mead poured from great kegs and singing battle songs. Suckling pigs turned on a long iron spit over a roaring fire. My mouth watered at the smell of roast meat, and my heart was glad to hear the songs of old. "Come forth!" cried out a hoary man, who stood upon a high wooden chair. This I knew to be Iskramor, father of Skyrim and the Nords. I approached and knelt before him. "You find yourself in Sovngarde, Hall of the Honored Dead. Now, what would you have of me, son of the North?" he bellowed. "I seek counsel," said I, "for tomorrow we fight a desperate battle, and my heart is full of fear." Iskramor raised his tankard to lips and drank until the cup was empty. Then he spoke once more. "Remember this always, son of the North. A Nord is judged not by the manner in which he lived, but the manner in which he died." And with that, he cast aside his flagon, raised his fist in the air, and roared a great cheer. The other heroes rose to their feet and cheered in answer. The sound still rang in my ears when I awoke. I gathered my men and told them of my vision. The world seemed to fill their hearts with courage. The horns are blowing and the banners are raised. The time has come to muster. May Talos grant us victory this day, and if I am found worthy, may I once again look upon that great feast hall. Skaden Frivinter.
Colby and the Dragon, an adventure for Nord boys. Colby was a brave Nord warrior. One day, his chief asked Colby to slay an evil dragon that threatened their village. "Go through the mountain pass, Colby," his chief said. "You will find the dragon on the other side." Colby took his favorite axe and shield and walked to the pass, where he found a cold cave, a windy cave, and a narrow trail. Climbing up the narrow trail, Colby found a camp. He met a wise man who shared bread and showed two paths to the dragon's lair. One went through the hills, and the other through a marsh. Treading through the marsh, Colby discovered a wailing ghost blocking his way. Colby remembered a story his gran told him and tossed 2 gold chits for the ghost, and it faded away, allowing him to pass. Leaving the marsh behind him, Colby could see the dragon's lair nearby, as well as a small, welcoming tavern. Colby stopped at the tavern to rest before fighting the dragon. High elves ran the tavern, however, and poisoned his mead so they could steal his gold. The end.